Alright, you guys, as you can see, I went to go exercise. I did not put my lace front down because I ain't trying to do all that. Yeah. Oh, look at Lulu. Lulu, Pachulu, you sneezing? You sneezing, Choo-Choo? Look at you. Yeah, my little doggy sneezing. She's sneezing and wheezing. You sneezing and wheezing? Anywho, I just wanted to come over here and to give God the glory, the honor, and the praise. I said, if he bring me out of this, because I didn't know what this was. This felt like I was it wouldn't feel like I was literally in spiritual captivity. It was literally spiritual captivity, and God opened those doors. He sent the angels to open those doors to set me free. And, it's one thing to be in captivity physically. People can see that. People who are not spiritually trained can see the physical. But when you are spiritually trained, spiritually in bondage, you can look like everything is going right. You can look like the perfect package and still can't progress, progress in life. And people will be looking at you like, you gotta be doing something wrong. It's gotta be something. And that's not the case. And then you try, it's no even sense to even prove it because you're wasting your time. You just have to pray. You have to seek the Father for it. It's some things you can't do nothing but just seeking God's face. Some people say fasting and praying. Oh hell, it's a little badger, girl. You can't fight no badger. You only 6 pounds. That thing bigger than you. I think like 20 pounds. But yeah, you really just have to seek God and go through the process. I literally just had to go through it. And I can't even complain. I can't say that I didn't know some of this was going to happen. I didn't know all of it because God don't tell us all. Because if he did, we'd mess it up. And I know I was messing stuff up too. The little bit that he did show me. So I'm glad I didn't know. But I'm just grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful for the things that he has done. Yeah, so my voice is all messed up. But that's okay. I just wanted to share that. And I know it's some people who are going through it, and it doesn't look like it seems so clear. You don't even know how to even put things together, but just keep holding on. Keep holding on to God's unchanging hands. Not to man. Man gonna flip on you. Man is gonna flip on you. Mama, sister, daddy, cousin, husband, brother, they gonna flip on you. And not because they trying to, or some of them are kind of flaky, but we just human. We just human, and when you getting closer to God and you trying to find out who and what you are and what you're supposed to serve, things come out of the woodworks different ways. So, take heed to that. Remember it. But if I can leave anything, all I can say is trust God, follow His command, and follow through on the process, because He never lies. He has to take care, and you're part of Him. He has to take care of His investment. He has to take care of what He has created and what you submitted to. People don't understand the pleasures of seeking God and following Him. People think that when you follow God, nothing bad is going to happen. That's quite the contrary. Okay, when you start walking in this walk with God, and I've had most of my life walking with God, and I mean some serious walking. People think, oh, she's still young, blah blah this. No, some serious walking, and I know there's some people who younger than me who had even more tremendous walks than I have. But the one thing that I have learned is that when you are walking with God and you really want to seek His face and you really want to be better, there are going to be some things in you that are going to come up that God is going to show that it's not like Him. And He's going to have to work through you to change. There is going to be so many things that are coming against you. So many things spiritually, physically. So you have to be guarded up. People, it's not going to be an easy walk. I'm not going to sit here and lie and tell you that, just like people say, just say the sinner's prayer and you're going to be, you're going to be forgiven. And just close your eyes, Excuse me, sorry. My mom used to say, I don't want you to close your eyes. This is one thing that I learned from my mom. I don't want you to close your eyes talking about a sinner's prayer if you believe Jesus and you're worried about other people, because when you're really walking with God, it's gonna be a public display. It's gonna It's going to show publicly in the way that you act, the way that you conduct yourselves. And when you're really with God, you face persecution. You face obstruction. You face a lot of difficulties. You face people coming against you sometimes for no reason. You have people coming against you for what you stand for. And if you tend to buckle down, then you being a betrayer of Christ. And being a betrayer of Christ is worse than not making a choice at all, or batting for the team in the first place, because the goodness of God, so excuse me, you guys, a lot of mucus, sorry, but I gotta get it out. And I didn't go to the sauna today, so yeah, I definitely need a body scrub down. But yeah, you remember that. People are going to see now, there's been a lot of craziness going on, but people are going to see the fruit of God, the remnant of God, and what it truly means to be a disciple of God. Some people, and it's going to bring, not for, somebody else or for me or somebody else to go up and say that I've achieved this. It's showing people that if you trust God, He never lies. He never lies. Even the enemy knows that God doesn't lie. That's why he tries to persecute you through the law. He tries to persecute you through the law of God. He tries to get you out of the will or out of the law, out of the manual of God. You know how people just try to fix their own tool? They try to fix, like they have a dresser and it's got a manual and they try to fix it on their own without even knowing, I know how to do this. And then they end up missing a part and missing the screw, and certain things don't fit right. It look almost good, but it don't fit right. That's the same thing that the enemy try to get you to do. He try to get you to not look at that blueprint, not look at that manual from the person who created and designed the device. And sometimes it looks like, sometimes you can get it right, and other times you don't. And sometimes it look like it's right, and it's not all the way perfect together. Have you seen it? Sometimes when you've had something and you put it together, or someone puts it together for you, and they don't use all the pieces, and then it's not properly done. It's on there. It looks like it's properly done, but all the pieces aren't used. When you're dealing with God, He uses all the pieces because everything has a purpose. Everything has a purpose to work together. Yeah, that's what the enemy really tries to do. And if you remember that, and if you stay focused on it, and you stay committed to His will, and when you fall down, you get back up and you keep trying again, and you keep trying again, and you keep going again, and you keep applying that manual and keep following it, eventually you have to succeed. I always say this: 2 + 2 = 4 all day. 2 times 2 = 4 all day. Somebody tell you it equals 3. The energy is not fully balanced. Somewhere it's a 1. Somewhere it's something missing. Or if they say it's 1, it's still gonna be something. 4 = 5 - 1. It's gonna be balanced. So and anything going against that is demonic. People always say, like, oh no, they think about demonic, about doing crazy stuff. No, anything that's going against the laws of God, the laws that God created, even in the universe, just what I just told you, all these laws God created. If you go against it, it's not gonna work. That's just like people who say God is good, we're gonna pray and work through this. Well, God says faith without works is dead. So if you pray and you already put it, you've already had the power of the tongue, and you use that, and you don't apply the works, then guess what? It's not gonna manifest. It's not gonna go to fruition, because you need the manual labor to work in this realm. You have to have physical input to work into this realm, no matter if you have spiritual or not. So yeah, that's all I want to say. Follow God, trust God, and keep going no matter what. Hold on to God's unchanging hand. Hold on to God's unchanging hand, no matter what it looks like, no matter what opposition you go across, no matter who and what, no matter if your opposition look like they're bigger than you. Okay, David was facing a giant, but guess what? He defeated that giant, and you're going to defeat that same giant that is in your life if you just follow the blueprint. Because guess what? When you're doing that and you're following the blueprint, you're saying that I don't know. I didn't make this creation. I don't know what's going on, but I'm trusting the manual because it was created by someone who created the object, who created me. So I'm going to follow that, and I'm putting my trust in that, not in me. So guess what? The manual has, the people who own the manual, who created the manual, has to go and take in and intercede and vouch for you. So yeah, I think I made a video about the manual or the manufacturer, but it's talking about the manual. So yeah, I'm gonna get off of here. Hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem, and thank you.